Good evening, Belize. It's Monday night, and you're watching News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. Here's what's making headlines tonight. A viral TikTok post takes a deadly turn, ending in a tragic double homicide in Belize City. Evadne and Luke Jones were gunned down at their home, and tonight, their killer is still at large. The Leadership Intervention Unit is stepping in, hoping to calm tensions as gang rivalries heat up. Despite the flare-up in violence, the Commissioner of Police says the murder rate is actually down. In other news, there's a big win for the sugarcane farmers. The High Court has ruled in their favor in a major fair trade premium dispute. And regionally, there's a new president at the Caribbean Court of Justice. We've got these stories and more coming up. Stay with us. News 5 starts now.
And I'm a teacher, and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app, for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer. With these online that Belize Bank offered is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Welcome back. It's a tragedy that's shaken the nation to its core. A Belize City mother and her paralyzed son, Evadne and Luke Jones, were brutally gunned down in cold blood on Friday night, right in their own yard on Cedar Street. The double murder has left the community reeling and the country demanding answers. What makes this even more chilling is the possible motive. Just hours before the attack, Patrick Pato Jones, Evadne's son and Luke's brother, posted a video on TikTok from the U.S. taunting a rival gang. That video may have triggered a deadly chain reaction, one that ended in the loss of 2 innocent lives.
It was a crime that unfolded in silence and went unnoticed for nearly a full day. Under the cover of darkness, gunmen ambushed an elderly woman and her disabled adult son in their own yard. By the time police discovered the scene almost 20 hours later, it was too late. 69-year-old Evadne Jones and her son Luke Jones were already gone. The community is heartbroken. Evadne was known for her warmth, and Luke, who spent his days near La Popular Bakery, was a familiar face to many. He often sat outside asking for small donations and had formed a close friendship with a security guard known as Primo.
Yes, he was really my good friend. I lost my good friend. My good friend, I lost. Everybody, we can't believe it because I closed the shop Friday, but I sent here like 7 in the night. And the thing they happened like maybe like quarter to 8 or 7:30, and we never know that here. That my boss tell me Saturday when I come from my work from right here to the next one, and then my boss tell me because I see it, and my boss tell me the looky, and that's why I know that he right because I get surprised. We get surprised that he's Saturday because he used to go like 10 o'clock in Saturday. Like almost the hour every time he used to go, but we never see Saturday. Say what something that not normal. But when he no go, pues maybe I say only when the bad weather he no come. When the bad weather he no come sometimes, but when he come, pues like he no come, we get surprised. But we never know that he.
He was a friend to many and a threat to no one. But after that tragic night, Luke Jones was found lying in a pool of blood at his front gate, right beside his mother, Evadne, on Cedar Street. Tonight, the heartbreak is still fresh, and so is the outrage. Kenneth Big Tom Flowers, a former neighbor and someone who knew the family well, is speaking out. He is condemning the brutal act that took 2 innocent lives and left an entire community in shock.
I feel that pain from the day before because the incident happened from the night. Yeah. People text me and say, when I hear the shot, and I hear the shot, so I want to know how the community and the people, inform the police and why the police don't come check that you're gunshot fire. These people, they say they're right by the gate.
What possesses a man to kill an innocent woman and her disabled son in the thick of war, in the thick of gang warfare?
You have to remember, all the children broke in. You understand? All the kids broke in. So the incident happened because that individual upon the other side have a problem with somebody upon the other side, and that person have family right beside he. You understand? The individual with the wrong day should have given me advice if you think twice we go do that situation there, because they're not terrible, because then the parents don't have nothing to do with the violent, and then Luke don't have nothing to do with that because he's disabled from the day he born.
Just hours after Patrick Pato Jones went live on TikTok challenging a rival group in Belize and mentioning his mother during the broadcast, tragedy struck. His mother and his disabled brother were gunned down outside their home on Cedar Street. The timing of the attack has raised serious concerns as the shots that ended their lives rang out shortly after the video was posted. Now many are questioning whether a social media post may have triggered a deadly act of retaliation.
All the man I want to play with, I got what? Bye, please, bro.
Following the tragic killing of his mother and brother, Patrick Pato Jones went live on TikTok again, this time vowing revenge. In response, the Office of the Commissioner of Police issued a strong warning against sharing content that could incite violence or threaten public safety, directly referencing Jones's broadcast. Commissioner Richard Rosado assured the public that police are fully committed to the case, stating they will not rest until the perpetrators are brought to justice.
We are following strong leads, and we do have persons of interest that I do not want to disclose to protect the integrity of the investigation.
You said you all will not rest until justice is served or those persons are detained, correct? Can you speak to that?
Well, we have deployed all available investigative resources, and our investigators are on the ground meticulously collecting evidential material for us to be able to identify and bring the perpetrator to justice.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Commissioner of Police Dr. Rosado held a press conference right in front of the victim's home, where he confirmed what many had feared. A live TikTok video streamed by Patrick Jones played a major role in escalating tensions between two rival gangs. According to the commissioner, police were already monitoring the situation online and working to take the videos down. But the content spread so fast, it was nearly impossible to contain.
Our initial investigation revealed that the incident may have occurred on the 4th of July, sometime around 7:30 p.m. when shots were heard in the area. Our investigation have also revealed that it may have been as a result of escalating gang tension within rival groups. We have also discovered that it may have been also stemmed from a live online social media in which one member of a certain group issued threats and taunts to another rival group member, which subsequently escalated when two family members of that person were shot and killed. Of that person who were doing the threat were shot and killed. We are following up all leads, and we were monitoring the tension due to the escalating exchange in the social media, and our GI3 personnel and our special branch personnel were monitoring the situation before it escalated rather quickly. We have recognized that we must do some adjustment to our strategy in order to us to be able to monitor and prevent incidents like these from happening in the future.
So then are you able to say what led to that escalation to this guy going live?
I believe we are still trying to establish his motive in doing that. But we do know that we recognize that he went live and it was shared by a number of organizations and individuals, which basically sparked a violent confrontation.
But are you saying that the other parties would not have seen that live on their own if it hadn't been shared widely?
We were monitoring, like I said, our cybercrime unit was working closely with all the social media platforms. We were monitoring it, identifying and removing them. But we recognize the persistent challenges as one is taking down, somebody else posts it. So we recognize that, but we were monitoring it from the onset.
Over the weekend, the Office of the Commissioner of Police issued a strong reminder to the public. Think twice before hitting share. The release urged Belizeans to act responsibly when posting or forwarding content online, especially anything that could incite violence or threaten public safety. Today, we caught up with Commissioner Rosado to get his take on that message and to ask about something else that's stirring conversation. Patrick Jones, the man behind that controversial live video, says he's coming home. So what does the commissioner have to say about that?
We recognize that promoting, engaging, or distributing provocative content that incite violence actually provide fuel for the violence, and as individuals, as organizations, we must be responsible in what we share to the media. We all share a collective responsibility to break the cycle of violence.
And also Mr. Jones has said he's returning home.
Well, we would welcome him because we have several matters that we are waiting for him to return, and we are waiting for him. So we will welcome him back to Belize.
He did say that he's wanted for murder. Can you confirm that?
He is wanted by investigators for questioning. I do believe that his reckless behavior led to what transpired over the weekend.
Can Mr. Jones's own video be something you can characterize as inciting fear and instilling fear to be charged under cyberbullying laws, cybercrime laws?
His act is reckless, criminal, and has fueled the violence that has transpired over the weekend.
So what's the mood like on the ground in these rival communities after the tragic loss of 2 innocent lives? Tensions are high, emotions are raw, and grief is being felt across the board. But is the situation so intense that even the Leadership Intervention Unit, the team tasked with calming these conflicts, can't step in? We put that question to Acting LIU Director Andrew Dawson. His response: everyone is grieving, and there's a shared understanding that a line has been crossed, one that should never have been crossed. It's a sobering moment for all involved.
I believe the mood is across the board. Everyone is grieving. Everyone is sad. I mean, Ms. Jones was a well-loved person. I don't think that anyone is happy with what is going on. But I must say that they're in the mode of grieving. I don't think that they're responding in a way that acts of violence will continue, especially on innocent people. I believe we do understand that there's certain instances where we can't stop all of these crimes from occurring, but LIU continues its part as the police department continues for convictions and arrests. LIU maintains a presence and tries to ensure that these individuals are constantly engaged so that we can create dialogue and seek peace within these communities.
So we know in the streets there's a line you don't cross. You don't touch mothers, women, and helpless individuals. Are we at a point of no return where not even the LIU could intervene in a situation like this? You don't touch Mima, you don't touch a helpless person, and why hear nothing with the LIU or anybody have to say in mediation at this point?
I don't think we're at a point of no return. I believe that if that was the case, then we would have been living in a very, very sad Belize, which we're not happy, but we're not as sad as yet. And I do believe that these guys understand that there's boundaries, there are lines, as you said, that you don't cross, right? And I know that these persons within these communities are as upset as we are. You know, that we don't touch mothers, you don't touch innocent people on a whole. You know, that in itself is a crime against humanity, right? So I believe that we understand that that's a line. It's been crossed in the past before, and I'm sure that the other individuals within these communities have no intentions to continue that type of engagement within these streets.
2 Belize City fishermen are counting their blessings tonight after a terrifying ordeal at sea. What started as a routine morning unloading lobster at the National Fishermen Cooperative quickly turned into a high-stakes boat chase for 30-year-old Adrian August and another fisherman. According to reports, 4 men approached them by boat and suddenly shots were fired. In a desperate attempt to escape, the fishermen sped off, but the gunmen gave chase. One of the men with August even jumped into the water to avoid being hit. And the reason behind this dangerous encounter? A dispute over lobster. Yes, you heard that right, lobster. It's lobster season in Belize and tensions are boiling over. But interestingly, August and his companions have since dropped the charges. After a sit-down with the Leadership Intervention Unit and the alleged attackers, the parties reached an agreement. The gunmen will replace the damaged engine on the fisherman's boat. Police say this isn't the first complaint against the suspects. In fact, similar reports were made just 3 weeks ago. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero has more on the investigation.
Adrian August reported that on the 4th day of July he was by the Northern Fisherman Cove when a vessel arrived there with 4 male persons. One of them pulled out a firearm and threatened him. Thereafter, the male person fired a single shot towards his direction. He was not injured. He escaped from the area. An investigation has been conducted, statements recorded. We are seeking one person in regards to this shooting incident.
Okay, so a week before that, there was a similar shooting by Swing Bridge whereby they were on a boat and they were shooting at someone who was on land. Has this become a concern?
Yes, we have several reports of this nature, so we are following up, but we are looking for this one suspect who fired that shot, and as soon as he is found, he will be charged.
So the victims have stated that they don't want to press any charges. So what action now will the police be taking?
Well, we have a report and we will take the necessary action. We have the report, and as soon as this person is found, he will be charged.
Coming up, Compal committed to keeping 2025 murder count down. More when we return.
Appliances that just don't last? Appliances that just can't keep up? It's time for a change. GE Appliances delivers reliability, innovation, and performance you can trust. The decision is easy. Don't settle for less. Choose quality. Choose reliability. Choose GE. Paid for by homeowners who demand better appliances.
In Belize, change isn't just coming, it's already here. When people have tools, knowledge, and power, they build the future they want. This is what a game-changing partnership looks like. Equal, lasting, and led by the next generation. From greener choices to inclusive growth and innovation, Belize and the European Union are shaping tomorrow together. Every action, every voice, every breakthrough, it's all a part of the same story. Game changers, empowering the future. Follow the EU and Belize to discover the game changers.
goes live. Come meet the new cast of challengers ready to shake up the stage and remix the culture. From raw local power to lyrical fire, from classical hits to bold new sounds, this is where Belize's next star is born. The place to be? The Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets today for only $5 at Greater Belize Media on Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. KPB The Remix, Season 7, Tuesday, July 8th at 8 p.m. See you there.
Electricity is evolving, and BEL is leading the way with smarter connections across Belize. Meet AMI, Advanced Metering Infrastructure. It's not just a meter, it's a smarter way to manage power. Smart meters record your energy use in real time and securely send the data to BEL. Key customer benefits include real-time insights into energy usage, improved home energy planning, integration of solar, battery, and EV technologies, and innovative customer service solutions. Get ready! AMI is coming soon to municipalities across Belize, including the Keys, to give you more control and reliability. BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Coming up, get ready because it's crop over time. A friendship contribution to children with cancer, making a difference for those with special needs. African culture expressed through fashion, and another reward for a job well done. It's all next on this station.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
We have an update tonight on a shooting we led our newscast with on Friday. 26-year-old Earl Anderson has been identified as the Belize City resident who was rushed to the hospital after being shot at the corner of Amandilla Drive and Vernon Street. Anderson was reportedly hanging out in a yard once owned by the late Carlos Diaz when a lone gunman on a bicycle rode up and opened fire. He was hit twice and collapsed on the spot. Tonight, he remains in critical condition. Now that the yard holds deep meaning for many in the community, including Kenneth Big Tom Flowers, a close friend of the late Diaz. Over the weekend, Flowers took to social media to condemn the violence and called on rival groups to seek peace and find positive ways to resolve their differences.
Raja, my brethren, you know, and long story, we've been through a lot of things, you know what I mean, and I've been down. I got people who look out for me. I could go to Raja's house every day and he give me a $20 or want to leave something, you know what I mean? When people don't look out for me, he and the person who look out for me, so I said. I got people who look out for me, but I'm just see like it's a disrespect that we try to push positive in the community and then violence still happen, you know what I mean? So if we try to push positive, why violence keep on happening? So we should look in ourselves and say, like we try to work out the situation where we want, because it's not just one person. It takes a village to raise a child, and this situation they affect the whole country, not just one person or one family. You know what I mean? It affect all the family. You know what I mean? And I used to be part of it, so.
According to police, Earl Anderson may have been targeted after posting a comment on social media, one that may have stirred tensions linked to the earlier shooting. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero tells us how this near-fatal attack could be connected to the double homicide.
Friday, around 4:10 p.m., police responded to a shooting on Vernon Street in Belize City. Upon their arrival, they found Earl Anderson with gunshot injuries. Information is that Earl Anderson was in that area along with two other male persons when a male person came on a bicycle, fired several shots at him, causing his injuries. Earl Anderson was taken for treatment. He is presently in a critical condition. We are seeking one person in regards to this investigation.
Any motive?
The information we got is that he allegedly had commented on a post on Facebook, and thereafter he was targeted.
Alright. So it's again social media?
Yes, that is the information we have.
Is this incident related to any of the other recent incidents?
Well, it is related to the double murder that happened on Cedar Street.
Was he the only person injured?
He was the only one that was injured.
Can you elaborate on what measures, if any, the police are taking in reference to these social media interactions?
Yes, this cyberbullying unit has commenced an investigation. They have all of the videos, and a determination will be made what charges can be levied on persons responsible.
Okay, should there be a concern now that there are an increase of quote-unquote Facebook youngsters?
Well, we have the cyber unit. They look at this type of evidence, and then they make a determination if charges can be levied.
Two brothers are lucky to be alive tonight after a frightening encounter over the weekend. 23-year-old Jermaine Garnett Jr. and his older brother, 27-year-old Tyree Bernardez, were heading home from a night out, traveling separately along the Philip Golson Highway, when gunfire suddenly erupted. Jermaine, who was riding a motorcycle, was hit once but managed to stay in control and drive himself straight to the Carl Huschner Memorial Hospital. Meanwhile, Tyree, who was in a separate vehicle, escaped without injury. Police say the shots came from a man in another vehicle. And tonight, investigators are working to piece together what led to the attack. Assistant Commissioner of Police Hilberto Romero has more on the case.
Okay, on Saturday, 50th of July 2025, police responded to a shooting on the Philip Golson Highway. Upon arrival, they found Jermaine Garnett with a gunshot injury. Information is that he was coming from a nightclub and was on a motorcycle in the area when a vehicle came to the area and fired several shots towards his direction, causing his injury. Another vehicle that was also in the area received damages. We are presently conducting an investigation into this report, and we are seeking one suspect.
Motive?
We do not have a motive at this time.
Is Garnett known to police?
Yes, he is known.
And could this be linked to anything other purpose?
No, we are not linking this to any of the other reports. No.
Coming off a violent weekend that claimed the lives of two innocent people, you might expect police to be on high alert about the country's murder count. But according to the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado, there's no panic within the department. In fact, he says the murder rate for the first half of 2025 is actually down. Still, in this digital age, the commissioner made it clear fighting crime isn't just about boots on the ground anymore. The department is now placing greater focus on its cybercrime unit, recognizing that the next big threat might not come from the streets, but from behind a screen.
I'm confident that what we are doing in terms of our prevention, in terms of our intervention, and in terms of our enforcement strategies, we will be able to contain and further bring down the violence.
And does this raise any concern for the department? Because we know that this kind of started on social media. It started from TikTok. Does this raise any concern for the department?
It does, and I believe the entire community is concerned when the social media platform is used to incite violence, especially during gang conflict. And we are working with our partners from the different platforms to address this, not only to identify, but to be able to bring to justice those individuals who are sharing, who are promoting, who are engaging in inciting violence on the social media.
Is this a new type of police officer you'll have to recruit? That are social media specialists.
TikTok police.
Yeah, like TikTok police. Yeah.
We do have in our cybercrime unit individuals that also monitor the social media platform. And the main reason is to ensure that we de-escalate tension on the street to prevent any further violence.
After the break, Belize High Court backs cane farmers in fair trade premium dispute. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Angela's press celebrating. Please. 140 years. So come on, enjoy all the great deals. Back to school. The best quality for less. From June 16th to August 30th. Enjoy great deals you won't forget. So many years of serving the people of Belize. Yes, that's Angela's press. Cause we going back to school. From June 16th to August 30th. Back to school. Win cash on every Tuesday. 10% off on every Tuesday. So when them ask, just tell them that we're going back to school. With an office makeover and 1,000 cash. Back to school, scratch and win. Everybody just come in. Going back to school. It's Angela's press anniversary. Everybody come, enjoy great deals. From June 16th to August 30th. Enjoy great deals. It's Angela's press 140th anniversary. Come out, come in and enjoy great deals. Cause we going back to school. From June 16th to August 30th. Back to school. Come win cash every Tuesday. We going back to school. 10% off on every Tuesday. So when them ask, just tell them that we're going back to school.
Everyone dreams. Whether it's buying a new home or a new car, taking that long, relaxing vacation, furthering your education, opening your own business, or when you need us the most. St. John's Credit Union makes it effortless to help you harness the power of your finances. We know that life's constant change demands financial flexibility. And at St. John's Credit Union Limited, we want you to be prepared. Become a member today so you can start your journey towards safe saving, smart borrowing.
St. John's Credit Union is the leader since 1946. They work harder.
Prepare for the heat and stay cool with a Reamer Gree air conditioning unit from Benny's. Choose the right BTU unit size for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save money with an inverter unit that is energy efficient. When the heat is on, stay cool and comfortable with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream or Gree. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Veracidad, imparcialidad.
Este es el término utilizado.
Hemos estado haciendo el trabajo como organización.
Y tus noticias en español.
Están en aguas beliceñas, entonces esta bandera se queda aquí.
Sintoniza Canal 5 cada viernes a las 7 de la noche.
Tenemos que resolver los grandes problemas de este país.
Su voz importa, su acción cuenta.
Transfusión sanguínea, elementos que indican un deterioro evidente del estado de salud.
Somos Noticiero 5 Semanal.
Perdió la vida en un heroico intento de proteger a su hermano. El Tribunal de Magistrados de la ciudad de Belice se paralizó. La policía está investigando 2 asesinatos separados.
Tu fuente de información.
You pay the bill?
Ma, I got the wallet.
So you could pay the bill now?
Yeah, I can show you.
Ah.
See? Easy.
It's finally here. KTV The Remix Season 7 goes live. Come meet the new cast of challengers ready to shake up the stage and remix the culture. From raw local power to lyrical fire, from classical hits to bold new sounds, this is where Belize's next star is born. The place to be? The Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets today for only $5 at Greater Belize Media on Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. KTV The Remix Season 7, Tuesday, July 8th at 8 p.m. See you there.
It's back and it's bigger than ever. Our health fair is the place to be. Get free health screenings, glucose, blood pressure, weight checks, plus sample medications from amazing partners like the Ministry of Health, St. Gabriel's Clinic, Kidney Association, and free eye screenings by Quartz Optical. Sit with one of our friendly RFNG life agents for an on-the-spot life insurance quote. And guess what? You'll be entered into a raffle to win a one-night stay for two at Hidden Valley Resort. The more booths you visit and participate in, the more chances to win. Want a quote before the fair? Visit us at 31 Guadalupe Street in Cayo or call us for more information. Don't miss out. Your health, your life, your future starts here.
In a major win for Belize's sugarcane farmers, the High Court has ruled that it will hear a high-profile case brought by the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association against Belize Sugar Industries and TNL Sugars Limited. The farmers claim they were cut out of fair trade premium payments for the 2021 and 2022 crop years. And they're accusing the companies of conspiracy and breach of trust. The defendants tried to get the case thrown out, arguing that any dispute should be handled in London under an expired arbitration agreement. But the judge wasn't convinced. He ruled that the Belizean courts do have jurisdiction and that the farmers have a legitimate case worth hearing. The matter is now set to proceed to trial. We return now to a story we brought you at the top of the hour, the tragic murder of Evadne and Luke Jones. It's a case that has shaken the community and raised serious questions. Was this senseless act of violence the result of the police's failure to keep criminal elements in check? Well, according to the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado, the answer isn't so simple. He says the real blame lies with a small but dangerous group, a minority, as he puts it, determined to hold the country hostage through violent crimes. And in response, he's urging the public to rally behind the proposed 13th Amendment, which he believes is key to turning the tide.
This is why I believe that I want to beg, I want to implore on the public to support the police department, to stand with the police department as a united front, as a resolute support of the amendment of the gang and gun laws that is being proposed in the 13th Amendment of the Constitution. I do believe that the 13th Amendment is a needed enhancement of the legislation that will assist us not only in protecting the community and in ensuring that the rule of law is upheld, but also in assisting us to dismantle the entrenched network of violence that exists. I do support that we have a number of citizens, including the at-risk communities, who have demonstrated positive response to rehabilitative and preventative programs. But we do have a minority, a hardened minority, who is hell-bent, who will do whatever it takes, and they have demonstrated that they will continue their criminality, and we cannot allow these dangerous few to hold the country hostage.
But sir, if this is a policing failure, then how can you seek to go extra constitutionally or extra legally to solve a problem just because policing wise you all are unable to solve it?
As a law enforcement agency, we will use all available legal framework available to us to break the cycle of violence.
Now to a deeply disturbing story out of Belize City. What started as a night of fun and laughter ended in horror for one woman. She had been out with friends at the popular Shisha 8 on Saturday night when someone she knew, an acquaintance, approached her and asked to go for a walk. But what happened next took a dark turn. After leaving the club and getting into a vehicle with the man, she was allegedly raped. It's a chilling reminder of how quickly trust can be shattered. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero has more on the investigation.
Okay, on Saturday, the 50th of July 2025, a female reported that she was at Shisha Bar when she was taken by a male person who offered her a ride. She alleges that the person took her in a vehicle and had sex with her against her will. An investigation is being carried out at this time. So far, no one has been charged, but the investigation continues.
Heartbreak ripples through the Valley of Peace community as loved ones mourn the tragic loss of Andres Marin. The elderly Cayo resident was simply out for a walk along Penner Road when his life was suddenly cut short, struck and killed by a vehicle over the weekend. Police say the driver, 25-year-old Jonathan Vasquez, was behind the wheel of the car that hit Marin. The impact left the vehicle badly damaged, and Vasquez now faces a string of serious charges, including manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero has more on the investigation and what led to this devastating incident.
On Saturday, the 5th day of July, there was a fatal road traffic accident at Penner Road at the Valley of Peace. Police responded where they saw a Toyota car with extensive damages, and they saw the lifeless body of a male person in the windshield. Information is that the driver of that car was driving on the road when he collided with the male person. The victim was identified as Andres Marin, and he was taken for treatment where he succumbed to his injuries. As a result of this investigation, Jonathan Vasquez has been arrested and charged for manslaughter by negligence, causing death by careless conduct, and drove motor vehicle without due care and attention.
Was alcohol involved?
A blood sample was taken, but that charge has not been levied until we get the results.
A tour guide from Placencia is in hot water tonight after police uncovered a stash of suspected drugs and cash at his apartment. 28-year-old Emmanuel Vasquez, better known on the peninsula as Money, was reportedly seen bolting from his home as officers approached. Unexpectedly, he tossed a bag behind the building and tried to hop a fence, but police were quick on their feet and caught him before he could get away. When they brought him back to retrieve the bag, they opened it right in front of him, and what they found was no small haul. Inside was a large quantity of what's believed to be crack cocaine and cannabis. But that wasn't all. A further search turned up just over $1,900 in cash in various denominations. At the Placencia police substation, officers weighed the suspected drugs, 335 grams of crack cocaine and 287 grams of cannabis. Vasquez is now facing 2 counts of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply, and formal charges are on the way. When we return, Justice Winston Anderson is first Jamaican to lead CCJ.
Take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
As an athlete, orthopedic health is very important. Our bodies can be so strong and yet still so delicate. Injury is something that we cannot prevent. We could try to mitigate the risk of extreme injuries. However, it is very, very important that you know and understand your body.
As we get older, our bones are getting softer. It's hard to treat degeneration which already happened. The first treatment is a lifestyle modification and the support of physiotherapy. I am Dr. Sergey Adonin, an orthopedic surgeon, and we are watching Caribbean Medical TV.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
This is where blue innovation meets green ambition and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Caribe in San Pedro. This is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025. Bridging markets, building resilience. September 3rd to 5th, Sunset Caribe, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Coming up, get ready because it's crop over time. A friendship contribution to children with cancer, making a difference for those with special needs. African culture expressed through fashion, and another reward for a job well done. It's all next on this station.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Measles is a virus that is highly infectious and spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. It often starts with a fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes, followed by a rash that spreads all over the body. Measles can cause serious complications. But here's the good news. Measles is preventable. The safest and most effective way to protect your child is through vaccination. The MMR vaccine is safe and available at your nearest health centers and clinics. Let's keep our families and communities safe. Get vaccinated. Stay protected. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness in partnership with PAHO and UNICEF.
Justice Winston Anderson made history as he was sworn in on Sunday as the 4th president of the Caribbean Court of Justice during a formal ceremony in Montego Bay, Jamaica. The oath was administered by Jamaica's Governor General, Sir Patrick Allen, just ahead of the 49th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting. Justice Anderson, a Jamaican national and the first from his country to serve on the CCJ bench, used his remarks to highlight the court's role in promoting justice, human rights, and sustainable development across the region. He emphasized that his leadership would be part of a broader movement to strengthen the rule of law in the Caribbean.
I, Winston Charles Anderson, having been appointed a president of the Caribbean Court of Justice, do hereby swear that I will faithfully exercise the office of President of the Caribbean Court of Justice without fear or favor, affection or ill will, and in accordance with the Code of Judicial Conduct. So help me God. It was just over 15 years ago, on the 15th of June 2010, that I was sworn in as a judge of the Caribbean Court of Justice at King's House in Kingston, Jamaica. On that Tuesday morning, today's event would not have been within the reach of my most active imagination. And yet, by the providence of Almighty God, and with the support of family, friends, and colleagues, I stand here with humility and preparedness to serve as the 4th president of the Caribbean Court of Justice.
The event drew top regional leaders, including CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett, Prime Ministers Andrew Holness and John Bersenio, and outgoing CCJ President Justice Adrian Saunders. Dr. Barnett described the role of CCJ President as one of great responsibility, requiring wisdom, integrity, and leadership in a rapidly changing world. Justice Saunders praised Anderson's track record, noting his involvement in over 200 appeals and his authorship of more than 30 legal opinions. Prime Minister Holness called the appointment a proud moment for Jamaica and the region, citing Anderson's deep legal expertise and commitment to Caribbean jurisprudence.
The unique and aspirational goals of the CCJ, cast in its mission at the establishment 20 years on, without question, has been realized in even greater measure than the ratifying heads in February 2001 could have envisioned. Unlike any other appellate courts, the judges of the CCJ have this unique ability and role to also sit in the court's original jurisdiction, fleshing out for greater clarity the provisions of the treaty at issue, and also playing the role of the first instance judges, listening to live audiences, evidence as judges of facts. But the CCJ has, during the 20 years growth sprout, done more than this, that is to say, than hearing cases. The fascinating achievements of the court during this period is catalogued and well documented on the court's webpage, outlining the court's leading role in developing Caribbean jurisprudence and promoting legal education, judicial independence, and access to justice in the Caribbean.
Justice Anderson will serve a term of up to 7 years, succeeding Justice Saunders in leading the region's highest court. It was all smiles and high energy in Belmopan today as youth, health professionals, and community leaders came together for a day that was all about wellness and empowerment. UNICEF, in partnership with the Ministry of Health and Wellness, hosted a vibrant Health Fun Day under the theme, Fuel Your Future. The event blended sports, education, and mental health awareness into one powerful message. Building a healthier, stronger Belize starts with taking care of our young people, mind and body.
Studies have shown that children who become stunted in future, they have problem with cognitive function. Some of them cannot be able to perform like compared to other children who grow very well. So that's why the issue of nutrition has to be taken care as early as possible. That's why UNICEF or government of Belize generally we're promoting exclusive breastfeeding. The child is properly breastfed for the first 6 months of life, and then effective complementary feeding practices from 6 months until 2 years, while the child also continues to breastfeed. But breastfeeding may not be sufficient again after 6 months. It has to be complemented. But more importantly is that every child must be properly fed as much as possible. And also among the adolescents, also important, we are promoting that adolescents eat properly. Like you know, in Belize, the prevalence of obesity is high at 35% among the adolescents. And with the risk of obesity, there is issue of hypertension, diabetes, cancer, all those things like that. So to live a healthy life, nutrition is so critical, and that's why UNICEF work with government of Belize to address some of these issues so we can have a very productive and healthy future in Belize.
We also spoke with Indira Log, Director of the Department of Youth Services, who encouraged young people to prioritize healthy eating, active living, and mental well-being. Acknowledging the youth attachment to technology, she emphasized the importance of raising awareness about maintaining a healthy body, stating that without it, they may struggle to achieve their goals.
They need to determine what are their goals, what do they want to be in the future, how sustainable they want to be. My message to them will be, since we're promoting a healthy lifestyle today, eat healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, take care of your mental health, get the help that you need. At the department, we offer several mechanisms that we can put in place to help you reach your fullest potential, reach your goals, especially when it comes to promoting a healthy lifestyle. You know, like I said in my remarks, pick up a basketball rather than picking up the phone.
This collaborative effort between UNICEF, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and the Department of Youth Services reflects Belize's ongoing commitment to early intervention and building resilience in youth. Together, through awareness, education, and community engagement, we can build a healthier, stronger future for Belize's youth. Up next, Berger United defends title against longtime rivals Belize United.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal. Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno. Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
It's finally here. KTV The Remix Season 7 goes live. Come meet the new cast of challengers ready to shake up the stage and remix the culture. From raw local power to lyrical fire, from classical hits to bold new sounds. This is where Belize's next star is born. The place to be? The Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. Get your tickets today for only $5 at Greater Belize Media on Coney Drive and 88 Shopping Center. KTV The Remix Season 7, Tuesday, July 8th at 8 p.m. See you there.
Publix to celebrate 27 years of serving Belizean families. Get 10% off over 1,000 items, dairy, meats, and everyday essentials. June 6 to 15, come celebrate and save. Publix, the Fui Supermarket.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Caraza, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Good evening and welcome to this week's installment of Sports Monday. I am Paul Lopez. We kick things off tonight with a look back at the Antanamala Youth Football Tournament Championship match. Or should we say championship rematch? For some time, Belize United dominated the league, earning numerous championship titles, but that changed recently after Berger United stepped onto the stage. They won the last title, and this time around they were the defending champions, facing off against Belize United. Just 5 minutes into the first period, Berger United found themselves in hot water after a costly handball by Lionel Soberanis inside the penalty box. The ref didn't hesitate, whistle blown, yellow card out, and Soberanis was sidelined. That opened the door for Belize United's Shea Gordon, who stepped up to the spot and calmly buried the penalty, putting his team on the scoreboard early. Talk about setting the tone. But at the 11th minute, Soberanis atoned for his early error with a timed kick off a high-flying ball. That one goes into the goal and ties the game. Both teams were tied at 1 goal apiece going into the third and final 12-minute period. But only 3 minutes in, Errol Peters for Berger United launched a rocket towards goal from just outside the penalty box. The ball rolled directly past the goalkeeper and into the net. Berger United erupted in celebration. Here is the goal of the match, a goal kick across the field to Zalden Jones, and just like that, Jones delivers a moment of magic. He slips past one defender, and just as the second one closes in, he lets it rip. The ball sails high right over the keeper's head and into the net. That makes it 3-1 with only 5 minutes left on the clock. What a strike and what a statement as this match nears its final whistle. 3 minutes later, Belize United found some life off the sideline throw in. Caden Castillo got that goal. Well, folks, that is how this one ended. Berger United successfully defended their title. They are the 2025 Anthony Mahler Youth Football Tournament champions. Let's take a quick trip to Switzerland, where Belize just made basketball history once again. Our over 55 men's national team went head-to-head with Brazil in the gold medal match at the 17th World Maxi Basketball Champions. And guess what? Belize came out on top 80-70, clinching yet another goal on the international stage. A huge win and a proud moment for Belizean basketball. Now back home, week 7 of the Belize Premier Basketball League is heating up. Friday night saw the undefeated San Pedro Tiger Sharks take on the easy investment Dankriga Dream Ballers at the Belize City Civic Center. Let's dive into the highlights from that showdown. Jihad Wright exploded in this one for the Tiger Sharks, finishing with 18 points and 6 rebounds from 29 minutes of play time. But he was not the only Tiger Shark player to end the night with double digits. Keon Rowland finished with 16 points, just ahead of Malik Hunt, who had 14 points at the end of the match, and the balling junior minister Devin Daly with 12 points. And Brian White may not be putting up big points, but he's efficient with the rebounds, and the stats do not lie. White ended the night with 14 rebounds. Friday night brought a bit of drama before tip-off for the Dankriga Dream Ballers, and not the kind you'd expect on the court. Kirk Shabba Smith Jr. made his much-anticipated debut, but things got off to a confusing start when both teams showed up wearing the same color jerseys. That's right, same color, same court, total mix-up. The Dream Ballers had to improvise fast, throwing on red jerseys over their uniforms. But here's the kicker, Smith didn't get the red jersey until late in the first half. Talk about a debut with a twist. The Dream Ballers down double digit at this point, and they were unable to work their way back. Despite the late start, Smith entered the game off the bench and finished with 18 points and 9 rebounds. It shows that Smith could have made a bigger difference to this one had he entered the game at the start. Daniel Connerty finished with 14 points, though he was not his usual self from the three-point line, scoring only 1 of 4 attempts. MVP candidate Deshaun Brackett may see another fall in the MVP ranking after finishing with 11 points and 3 rebounds. Ultimately, the San Pedro Tiger Sharks came out on top with this one with the big W, defeating the easy investment Dream Ballers 90-82 points. The San Pedro Tiger Sharks now hold on to an 8 wins to 0 loss record. They are the only undefeated team in the league and the favorites to make it to the Jaguar Cup in their division. Also, the Kaya Western Ballers overcame the Belize City Thunderbolts in Belize City on Friday night, 87-82 points, while the Corozal Cerro Suns blew the Punta Gorda Panthers away in the Andres Campos Civic Center. That match ended with 72-49 points. Well, folks, that's all we have for you in tonight's coverage of Sports Monday. Thank you for staying tuned. Catch you in the next one.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.